How's it going, everyone? My name is Jojo and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got something slightly different. I thought I'd experiment with something new. We're going to go with my top 5 knife and glove combos that are still in a budget. So, I first want to do a quick disclaimer and say that I'm getting rid of all crap skins. No safari meshes, no urban masks, no scorched, none of that shit. No forest DD pat. We're only going for nice skins. So let's get straight into it with number 5. So at number 5 we've got the classic knife Night Stripe in minimal wear condition for $172 paired with a pair of driver gloves Lunar Weave in field tested, coming at $200. So your total for this is going to cost you $372. So you've got a super nice blue, like dark blue loadout, combo for under $400. Now I know the common viewer out there probably won't have $400 to waste. Certainly a lot of you younger players as well, but if you've got a little bit disposable income, I think this goes really well. The blue just pairs absolutely perfectly with the knife, and I've got to give a classic knife some room in here because I love the classic knife. You get a cool idle animation, a cool inspect animation. I think this is a perfect entry at number 5. Okay, but if that's not your thing and you want to spend a little bit less, let me introduce you to our number 4 pick, which is going to be a field-tested Bowie knife black laminate coming in at $138, paired with a nice clean pair of Broken Fang gloves, unhinged, again in field tested, and this is going to be $98. So the gloves are actually under $100 here, so way better in terms of our budget, guys. So you've got the white little laminate part of the black laminate that really goes with the white scales on the unhinged gloves. It's the black and white correlating each other. It goes super well. It's very nice and shiny as well. You're getting a nice big blade in the Bowie knife, a fantastic first knife if you guys haven't had one before. All for what, under 300 or under 250 even. Can't go wrong. Up next we've got a little bit of an interesting take. Now I've gone for something a little bit odd here, and I think it does still kind of work. We're going with a Huntsman knife ultraviolet in field tested. Now bear in mind you're going to have to get a low float. This one's not great, but you can find better float field tested. This is going to cost you $150 exactly, and we're pairing it with some Bloodhound gloves charred. Now there is that little red stripe in the bottom of the charred gloves, which does come with a little bit of difficulty when it comes to comboing, but I think the black and silver of the main part of the glove still goes really well with the ultraviolet skin. Now these field tested are going to cost you $160, so not too bad at all, but perhaps experiment with some other gloves. I just think personally this looked pretty cool, and of course you can lower the cost as well by getting a cheaper knife. And coming in at our number 2 spot, we have a pair of Shadow Daggers Doppler. So you can get these in either Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3, or Phase 4. Now, damn, look at those. Almost looking like you got a pair of Sapphires. Now, I've actually compared Sapphire to a non-Sapphire, and with the Sapphire, you don't get this super deep dark blue handle. So I actually think Phase 4's, hot take, look nicer than Sapphires, and we're gonna pair those Phase 4s or Phase 3s with a pair of Specialist Gloves Mogul. Now I did have a Phase 1 at the start. Now obviously that kind of works, but we've got a blue pair of gloves here, so if you're going for a blue loadout, then go for Phase 4s. But the Specialist Gloves Moguls and field tested are going to come at around $200, and the Shadow Daggers Doppler in factory new are going to cost you $170. You're probably going to pay a little bit more for Phase 4s, I'll be real, but you might find the right ones at the right price. Just have a little look and see what you can find. And finishing off our list, we have a Gut Knife Tiger Tooth with driver gloves Queen Jaguar in field tested. Now the Gut Knife Tiger Tooth in factory new is going to cost you only $130. I mean, look at this thing. I know a lot of people don't like the gut knife, but I am definitely a gut knife enjoyer, and I think specifically the Tiger Tooth with that lovely wooden handle just goes so well. In fact, the Gut Knife Tiger Tooth is one of my favourite Tiger Tooths in the game. I'm not a massive Tiger Tooth fan, but this one I massively am a fan of. Now, getting onto the Queen Jaguars. Now, I actually really like these as gloves because the knuckles don't scratch that much. So you can get away with field tested. You don't have to get minimal wears or, God forbid, factory news. You can get away with a fairly alright field tested and they still look fine. The knuckles only look a little bit scuffed up. So, you know, look for patterns with as little scuffing as possible, but you really don't have to look far because a lot of the knuckles are pretty decent. Now, just look at this thing. Combined with my agent that I've got, I'm going with Daryl, and you're going to need Daryl with a golden watch, you know, because he comes with a silver watch and a rose gold watch as well. So make sure you get one with a gold watch, so that it completes the look. But you just look dashing in this. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm getting like 70s porn star vibes. You know, the type of guys that wear triple denim, have got that big bushy mustache, long hair, you know, that kind of thing. You're all in like Jaguar leopard print and stuff. Like, damn, this just looks so good. I don't know why, but I mean, I know a lot of people probably are gonna have mixed opinions on this, but for me, this is just awesome and probably the best budget loadout. Oh, sorry, best budget combo, just straight up in the game. You know, you can get this combo for less than $250. Like, what? Less than $250 to look this good. A little bit over $250 if you're throwing in the Daryl agent as well, but just, oh my word. Amazing, and that's got to be our #1 pick, I've got to be honest. But that's going to round up today's video. I know it's a little bit more of a shorter one. Maybe you guys might actually like the little bit of a shorter form content, but here we are, and that's my top 5 glove and knife combos, and we actually managed to get every single one under 500, so I'm gonna say this is under the $500 budget mark. So I know that there are some up here that, you know, number 5 was a little bit on the steeper side of the spectrum. We were really getting towards that $500 budget, but most of these, you know, you're getting these under $300, under $400, so you can't complain. I mean, at the end of the day, glove prices are rising in price as the days and months go on. You know, I know the knife market is crazy at the moment as well, but, you know, people are really starting to appreciate gloves in the game. So, you know, getting a nice pair of gloves to go with your knife isn't going to be cheap, but I've managed to find some ways around that. So anyway, thanks everyone for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned next week where we've got something else planned. Probably another skin video, maybe a gameplay video, we'll see, but I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.